Well, hello everyone. Thanks for joining us again, or me again. Um, yeah, I'm pretty much here to let you know why I'm here. And the reason I'm here is because the Orange Cheeto in Chief has been at it again. Um, late Friday night, midnight, after Nazi Pete got approved for the Secretary of Defense, uh, Trump went and fired at least 15 inspectors general. Waited for the vote to be cast because he knew that if he did it before the vote was cast, people would turn on his nominee for Secretary of Defense and it would screw up the vote. So he waited for the vote to come in and then he fired, not legally by the way, 15 or plus inspectors general. Now, him firing them really doesn't mean anything because according to the Constitution and the laws, he has to give his reasons to Congress as to why he's letting them go. And then they have 30 days to respond to either approve it or not approve it. And he did none of that. He just out. That's it. You're going to pack your stuff. Get out. So yeah, he's welcome to the dictatorship now. His immigration deportation is a joke. Joke. They raided businesses in several states, including New Jersey, and at least one person in New Jersey who they arrested to deport. Arrested to deport was a naturalized American citizen, a United States veteran who had fought in wars for this country, and they put him in handcuffs demanding to see his papers. I told you, I warned you all this was going to happen. That they're not going to give a shit who they're deporting as long as it looks like they're doing something. And speaking of looks like they're doing something, apparently Dr. Phil has been shadowing them, coming around with them. They invited him and documenting this whole deportation thing for a television show. Yes, that's right. The not Dr. Phil is shadowing the Department of Immigration and Naturalization as they deport hundreds and hundreds of people. And he's doing it for a media clicks, a show, an entertainment show. Does this entertain you? Snatching people up out of their workplace, out of their schools, out of their churches, out of the hospitals, and sending them away, arresting them and putting them into a country that most of them don't even know. And lastly, that poor excuse for a spray tan deported Colombian refugees back to Colombia. He did that. And he's allowed to do that. Just like Colombia is allowed to deny entry to those people because they were treated poorly. They arrived in Colombia in a military plane. In handcuffs and leg shackles. And the leader of Colombia said, no. You treat them with humanity and with respect. when you bring them back. This handcuffs and leg shackles on a shit plane is not going to work. So Trump added tariffs, which he says will go up to 25% next week, along with a bunch of other sanctions. He wants to basically sanction their bank accounts. Take all the Colombian politicians and important figures and ship them out of our country. And Colombia responded with, look, it's going to go just as bad on you when we put tariffs on you. Plus, we're not saying you can't bring refugees here. We're not saying you can't bring migrants here. We're not saying that you can't deliver our own people to our own country. What we're saying is you're going to do it with respect. We will send our own presidential jets over to pick them up, to make sure that they're treated decently. And Trump said, oh, see, I won. No, you didn't win, dude. You can't win. You have the biggest losing streak ever. All right? And your humanitarian side is all but gone. You don't have one. You look into your dead eyes, you can see there's no soul in there. Reposting pictures of you sitting in the Oval Office with stacks of money on the table. Your brain has stopped working. The average American can't relate to sitting at a table with stacks of cash. You're not for the average person. You're for the rich. You reposted that because you want to have that kind of money. You want to have their kind of power that they have. You want to have the kind of respect that you think goes with having money. It's not the way it is. People, we can't slow down. We can't slack off. We can't get complacent. We can't turn around and say, well, we still have, 3.5 years left. Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out by then. No, we won't. We have to figure it out now. So with that in mind, midterm elections are just around the corner. Let's make sure that there's a giant blue wave that washes over the orange Cheeto. We have to. Don't sit home and say, well, this election is not that important. It's not a presidential election. I don't need to vote. You do. You do need to vote. You absolutely need to vote. You need to vote. You need to get your friends out to vote, your family out to vote, your neighbors out to vote. The girl who runs the checkout at the local grocery store, the guy who manages the restaurant down the street, get them all out to vote. Because if we don't, then our voices really will be voiceless. So with that, I'd love to know what you think. Your thoughts and opinions, put them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the funny page.